video on how to doctor or groom your dog at home and how to also train them to be handled and accept being handled in this manner in a more easy way, how to hold still. This way, when you go to take your dog to the vet or the groomer, they're not as nervous, they're not struggling as much. They understand that not fighting will actually be in their benefit. And we're going to make it fun by using treats, of course. These are cheap treats, but Max likes them and works really well for him. Good boy. So this is Max, wire hair pointing Griffon. He came to me with an ear infection. So I thought I would show you how we've been administering an ear wash and drops. This is also how I would train a dog to have their head examined and just hold still in general. Now I've already actually treated Max today. I just want to show you how I would work him through this. Now when I first started, he was super wiggly and nervous and didn't know what I wanted, and it was a hassle to treat him. Now he understands that holding still means he gets a treat and then he gets done faster. So I'm going to try and put him in the brightest part of the room so I can see, but also so you guys can see what I'm doing. Max, come. Sit. Now I've got a leash on him so that I have something to grab if he does wander off, or I can just grab a collar. You need something to hold onto with your dog. Good, sit. It helps if your dog understands a sit or a down or a stationary behavior and stay. Good boy. Now, like I said, I've already treated him, but when he was really wiggly, what I would do is I couldn't put him in a sit and stay because he didn't know it. So I would just hold his collar, flip his ear flap open, and then hold it with my hand that's holding his collar, or basically however I can get a hold of him. I would hold his face, and when he would struggle, I'd say no or Good boy. No. No. Good. And then when he stops, I praise him. Good boy. Now, yes, if you were super wiggly, I would just start with teaching him how to have his face held still. This is also important for train retrieve, for muzzle training, for all sorts of grooming. It can be super beneficial. So originally, with a super wiggly dog, I don't want to treat in my hand because they're going to be trying to eat it. I'm just going to pet him. Oh, he's a good, handsome boy. Hold his muzzle, and now he used to fight me a lot. Now he's just barely fighting. You can see he kind of shakes his head. If he really starts to fight me, no. Good. I'm just gonna, no. Good. Yes. So I just tell him no, firmly but calmly, not like he's in trouble, and hang on. You can see I also had to grab, or maybe you couldn't see because it was on the other side, but I would grab his collar as well to help kind of keep my hand still. Good. And I would pet him if I, thought he was being calm enough. Good. And then at some point I'm going to mark his calm, still behavior, marking with the word Y-E-S or a click. Yes. And I would let him pull his face out of my hands if I were working on a retrieve. Today, doesn't matter. I'm just releasing. Good boy. So, if I wanted to treat him, now that he understands, kind of, that holding still means you're done faster, I would, treat him. Good boy. With an ear infection, you would move his ear around a little bit to shake up that moisture and break up all the earwax, and I would let him shake his head to shake out the extra moisture and then put a cotton swab in there to rub it all out. Yes, and then when I first started this, I treated him immediately after I was done holding his face. Now I'm expecting him to hold still longer because he's been here for almost 2 weeks. Good boy. Huh. So that's how I would do medication in the ear, same with the droplets. Another important accepting their paws being held. Sit. Max, good. Good sit. Now I haven't actually trimmed his paws while he's been here, but the concept is the same. You struggle? No. Good boy. I just hang on, and yeah, he might fall or lay down. No. Or chew on me. Gently. No. I'm just adjusting my grip so that it doesn't twist his leg and cause him pain. I'm very loosely holding on. Good. Good boy. Yes. And then as soon as he stops struggling, I mark the behavior, say yes, let go. Give him treats or loves. I don't have treats on me because they're on the table, so I'm just going to love on him. But releasing his paw at the right time is important because that's part of the reward. So now he's in a submissive position as well. He's laid over on his back, partially because he fell, partially because he's a young pup. So same thing, I'm going to get a hold of his paw. Good boy. Now I like to have my arm on their head or neck or something when they're laying down like this, just so that I can keep their head out of the way. Good boy. Depends on the dog and how used to being handled they are. Good boy. Now I'm not going to actually trim much of his nail, and I suggest the first time you don't actually trim them, you just let them get used to you holding their paw. Good boy. Periodically keep it light and fun, but I know, no, I gotta trim this guy's nails. I also know he can take it. Good boy. You're such a good boy. Now there are some dogs you do not want to lean over like this, but Max and I have a good relationship. Good boy. Good, yes. I just barely take the tip of the nail and then release him and give him a treat. Don't try and do all their nails at once, it's way too much. At least for a new dog. Sit. Good, yes. Can you face the camera now? Max. Sit. Good. Treat in the pocket because otherwise he's going to try and get to it. Let me see this other leg. He thinks I dropped a treat. He's probably going to lay down. Yep, good boy. Good boy. Now he's not trying, he's wiggling, but he's not trying to escape, so I'll praise him. Good boy. He likes to see what I have in my hands, so he was kind of mouthing it there, but it was more about what do you have. And again, I'm just taking the tip. These things. Good boy. Yes. And I can do 2 nails this time because he's getting the concept and being calm. Good boy. Oh, you're being so good.